Honorable Speaker, question was very specific. The reasons for initially rejecting and subsequently accepting the proposal received from the central government regarding the national rivers. And here, the Honorable Minister might have not noticed when this reply has come. It's very dodgy, and the dodgy reason is this. It says in 2013, proposal was studied and state government was the apprehension that central government may interfere with the state affairs and may take all powers under central ministry, and the proposal was initially not considered. And then they say under 246 of the Constitution article that is because it's nationalization rivers and therefore you are bound. This is false, and I will tell you why. There was a proposal to nationalize rivers in 2010. The government of Goa refused it. Sudin Dhaulekar was the Minister of Ports, and Digambar Kamath was the Chief Minister at that time. And I'm passing these notings which will show exactly what I'm saying. Two for the Speaker, one for the Chief Minister, and one for the Honorable Minister. Please look.
Yeah, you can. We'll give.
Yes. At the time when Digambar Kamath was the Chief Minister, the matter was brought before this House. And when the matter was brought before this House, at page 27N, it is clearly recorded, Honorable CM may kindly peruse his minutes at so-and-so. Subsequent to that, Honorable CM has assured the House in the last session of the Assembly that there is no intention for declaring Goan waterway as national waterway, hence cannot concur with the proposal of the Government of India. This was on 17/3/2011. Now please look at the next file noting which I have given you, which is at page 35N. This is now change of government and Chief Minister's Manohar Parrikar. He writes there, no central intervention is accepted. DPR is not our baby. We may tell them that state is not interested in their proposal, and see these words, and throw the central agencies out of Goa jurisdiction. This is on 8th of March. Then, at page 42, again the proposal is revived on 26th June 2015. Down there, Sudin Dhaulekar as the minister says, the decision of ex-CM on page 35N is very clear. As such, CM may decide on the issue as placed above. And at page 43N, the noting is, I agree, now just see this, I agree with the views of my predecessor at page 35N. Then, that is in the year 2011, when the then Union government was biased towards the state, with change in government in May 2014 at the center, the attitude of the central government towards states has changed due to federalism type of governance being followed, whereby central government share of the state has increased and the powers also decentralized. Looking at this positive attitude of the union government towards the state government. Now, mache vasta, then I'll put the question. Sentence vasta. Looking at this positive attitude of the union government towards the state government, I agree for the proposal at X or 3 page, and the same is approved. And minister says, just signs it, and secretary says, government views may be communicated accordingly. The chief minister was Parsekar. Now you look at this, why I'm saying this is, what we wanted is, you had a proposal, you studied it, and what was the justification? This you have not revealed, that this is a fraudulent justification. You did not even tell the House about it, and you just sold our rivers by claiming it is nationalization, and in public interest, you just pass it on to the national.
Speaker sir.
The question now, the question
Arop karta pahe sold munonne, that is not true.
I'm coming to it. Why?
Is giving the explanation.
I'm going to tell you why. Once you have the national rivers, internal rivers, which are called these are inland waterways. When these are given into the hands of them, that's why I use the word sold.
आणि सदस्य तुमचा प्रश्न विचारा नी
ना तेन म्हाका इंशाल्लाह ते कोण ते क्लॅरिफाय कोता उत्तर शब्द कित्या सोल्ड म्हणला हांव ते एक्सप्लेन कोता गिफ्टेड ओके गिफ्टेड म्हणून जाता आतां फुकट दिले question is how does the state propose to protect its interests under this Inland Waterways Act under this thing under nationalization of the rivers?
Speaker sir, I don't agree when you say that we have gifted the inland waterways to Government of India. Okay, I don't agree with it. Why, I will tell you. You see, under this Indian Waterways Act, Nationalization of Rivers Act of 2016, there were certain provisions which Government of Goa has taken advantage of. And credit to Government of Goa. I think Government of Goa is the only state in the country that negotiated a memorandum of understanding with Government of India. This memorandum of understanding, if you all are not going to disturb me, I will read out to you all.
I know that.
No, but I'm reading it out for my colleague, Mr. Cruz Silva and others. In 2018, a memorandum of understanding was signed between Government of Goa, Inland Waterways Authority, and MPT. First, let me tell you why MPT. Normally in the other states, there is a maritime board, but Goa, by virtue of its size, has not constituted a board, and we still operate with the captain of ports. So we didn't have a board. Now, as per this National Waterways Act, the money had to be deposited with an agency with the maritime board. But since Goa did not have, the authorities decided that the money should be deposited with MPT. So a tripartite agreement was signed between the Captain of Ports, Maramogoa Port, and Inland Waterways Authority of India. By virtue of this MOU, responsibilities of Government of Goa. For development of the said national ways, Government of Goa shall undertake the following responsibilities. Administration of rules and regulations as permitted under the Indian Waterways Act of 1985. Ensure security and safety of the waterways. Identify projects for implementation in consultation with the Indian Waterways Authority. Facilitate the project executing agency, MPT, to obtain all statutory clearances. Land acquisition as and when required for any development work on the said national waterways. Remove any encroachments on the waterways. Let me complete. I am on my feet. You let me. What do you mean let not read this? I am reading the salient facts, which I am sure you are not even aware about. You all are just shouting. Speaker, sir, I am on my feet. Tell him to sit. I am on my feet. I am on my feet. When your colleagues spoke, I never interfered. I never interrupted them. You sit there. Facilitate last mile connectivity from the national waterways for seamless movement of goods and passengers. Government of Goa will identify and propose various development projects to be carried out in the rivers, and the same will be financed by the Indian Waterways Authority and executed by MPT, taking into consideration the technical, financial, environmental, public sensitivities of the state into account. The Indian Waterways Authority and MPT will implement projects in the river in agreement with Government of Goa. The parties agreed that the right over the waters of all the rivers, the riverbeds, the river banks, existing infrastructure, and the riverine land will be vested with the Captain of Ports Department, Government of Goa, as before. The Captain of Ports will be totally free to carry out independently any infrastructure development in the national waterways, utilizing its own finances, and the revenue generated thereof will only accrue to the state government. Also, all existing revenues that are being collected will be solely accrued to the Captain of Ports, Government of Goa only. Next, ensure unrestricted development and utilization of national waterways by regulating the existing fishing activities carried through stake net fishing, barrier net, river gill, river cages, and fishing by any registered gear. Views of the local fishermen areas shall, however, be taken into consideration before finalization of a site for development of COP and IWAI. Next, before the finalization, that is work of construction, dredging of a river, training wall construction bund, necessary environment impact assessment reports, if applicable, shall be carried out and the effect on the ecology and other organisms shall be disclosed before tendering the work. The expenses for conducting the EIA will be funded by the Indian Inland Waterways Authority. Regulate horizontal and vertical clearances across river structures.
Speaker, sir,
These
Honorable
national
Minister,
waterways, I'm on my feet, let me
I know, but
complete.
Speaker, sir,
I require another 2-3 minutes. I am reading the MOU because
have
y'all are
the
making,
MOU, we also have the
y'all are
MOU,
making
Speaker, sir.
allegations. Y'all are making allegations.
Speaker, sir,
Y'all are
no,
making
important
allegations
issue.
to say that we have sold the river.
टाइमपास चालला
आणि सदस्य बसून घ्या.